Alrighty, everybody, we are here. This is the first time I have logged in to the War Within pre-patch, and of course, we are now greeted with a little bit of a campfire. Surrounding that campfire is all of our characters that are currently favorited. Those are technically our Warband specific characters. Expand the potential of all of your World of Warcraft characters with account-wide progression across your Battle.net account, regardless of faction, including shared renown, a Warband bank, achievements, collections, and more. So, starting off with this character selection screen that we're at, we're just hanging out around a campfire. So when you log into the game, we're going to see this new character selection screen of our characters on this new login screen. So waiting for us to choose who we're going to go ahead and play an adventure with. You can assign 4 characters to one scene. So this whole scene that you guys can see, I have FTWitachi, FTW Shisui, FTW Sasuke, and FTW Fugaku. My main warlock, who is, as you guys can see it, brings up a little bit of like a tooltip of what is that character. So for example, for my warlock, FTWitachi, Tychondrius Realm, Demonology Warlock, in Valdrakken is the current city. It will also show your professions. I've recently deleted one, so it only shows engineering at the moment, and how much gold that character has. You can also know that I am currently on the Tychondrius Realm because it does a more in-depth on that tool. But the other ones, when I hover over them, it just gives the basic information and standard information for those characters. And you can also do that for the actual list itself as well, to kind of do that. But the realm selection screen, it's still the same thing, so you can go ahead and select specific realms that you are on. However, I play Itachi a lot, so we're definitely going to be staying on the Tychondrius server for now. Once in the Warband, you'll no longer need to swap between realms to see characters on those realms, so it's just an all-in-one inclusive thing. But sometimes if you do want to switch and make sure you're creating a character on a specific server, that's where the realm feature will come into play. The one exception is when you have multiple World of Warcraft subscriptions as well, within one Battle.net account. In this case, you'll only see the characters on that specific account that you're logged into, even though all your characters across the subscription will be included in the Warband, meaning everything will be unlimited. So, as I've already shown you, the realms are still the same thing. This is just a new layout. On the top, you can see the shop, the menu, and the realms. On the right-hand side is where you get your Warband character selection list, and you can disable that, but we're going to go ahead and show that for now. And then basically, when you want to put your characters on this little screen here and switch them out, for example, I'm going to bring in my bank ult. So I'm going to switch that with the warrior here. And I believe if I drag that into my favorites, there he is, for the FTWitachi Ba, who will be getting deleted pretty soon, and you will find out why, because he is no longer needed with this brand new Warband feature. So let's go ahead and put my warrior in, because the order that they had it is pretty much the order that I want it in. It is my warrior, mage, demon hunter, my warlock, mage, demon hunter, and warrior. My Hunter Paladin and Warlock, my second Warlock, they're all they're all remix characters, sorry. So they're in the order that they're in, and then these characters down here, sadly gotta level them. But hey, it is what it is. This is not all the Warband comes with. We're gonna go ahead and log in and explore some more. Alright, the first thing we're gonna be going over is the sharing of items between your characters on a single Battle.net account in one convenient place, the Warband Bank. The Warband Bank can be accessed by any banker throughout the game, and all characters in your Warband can access the bank to deposit and withdraw items freely. It's basically kind of like that void storage system that they had, which was character specific, to now we can have it and access it as, instead of like how you have when you go to your bank, you'll have, you know what, let's just freaking open the bank right now. You'll have a bank for your own character, your specific character. You'll then have a Radiant Bank, which you can get the tab here to be able to deposit Radiance for your specific character. And then you're going to have the War Bank tab. I'm not going to click on that one yet because you're going to find out why. Yeah. Each tab can be purchased for an increasing gold amount, just like if you were to purchase tabs for a guild bank. Customizable with icons, organized like a guild vault. This bank is in addition to your individual character's bank vault, which is where I'm showing you right now. So instead of like the guild vault, which as you can see over there, you can do the exact same thing, but have your Warband bank. And what's cool is I no longer need my bank alts because I can utilize this Warband bank as universal to all of my characters on my account, which is very cool. However, the bank is being used by another member of your Warband, so I cannot technically show you the Warband bank at the moment in game because it's technically broken. It's not actually being used, it's just a default message that's getting posted right now in game. So, sad vibes. However, there will be pictures on the screen showcasing to you guys what that bank will look like, but it is very, very similar to the Guild Vault. Any non-soulbound item can be stored in a Warbound bank. The bank will also behave like a Regent bank, allowing you to craft using regions from it without having to withdraw items. So if I donate or I put an item from my Warlock into the bank and log in onto another character that has a profession that can use it, I don't need to go actually collect the item. I can just simply craft it and it'll just pull it out of the Warband bank, which is very, very cool. Makes things so much quicker. In addition, the bank will allow you to deposit and manually withdraw gold across characters on your Warband. So, it's so good. It's so good. It's a universal bank amongst your account characters. Let's just put it that way. So, simple access. Just go to a bank, and you'll be able to find the access tab to the Warband bank. But the only issue is right now in game, it is not available to us. But as you guys can see in the pictures already, it's exactly like the Guild Vault, where you'll be able to purchase tabs at an increasing price, change the icons, customize it how you want, and you got a universal bank amongst all the characters on your account. Another thing you're going to realize is this brand new gear that is called Warbound until equipped. Now, I don't really know the purpose of this because you have Bind on equipped, you have Soulbound, you have Bind on account. Now we have Warbound until equipped. Why not just be Bind on account? But anyways, instead of Bind on account being actual BOA gear, this is actual gear that is more account bound. So Warbound until equipped, WOE, is a new type of gear. Gear that is WOE can be freely traded across your Warband because Soulbound, once it's equipped by a character. So you can automatically give it to any of your characters, just like Bind on account gear, but it will eventually become soulbound to that character. It'll also be available within raids, dungeons, delves. Whenever you earn loot, you will have a slight bonus chance to gain an additional piece of WOE gear as personal loot. This gear will be at least one lower tier than the loot that is from that source, just to give you a heads up. So if you are getting hero gear on that current character, it will be champion if you get the bonus loot, and it could be gear usable by any class. Also, simply playing the game can occasionally earn you a single tier lower than your current gear. Consider spending it to help to your alternate characters to give them a chance that you haven't been playing them. Now you're going to be able to get some gear for them, which is kind of a cool thing. So I can understand where that Warbound until equipped comes in, but hey, it is what it is. More gear for our alts. Another thing that's going to be coming with Warbands is the enhancement to our Transmog collection, and this is major key. To help players continue expanding their collection and style their alternate characters and how they want, any character can collect any item appearance, regardless of whether they can equip the item or not. So if there is an item that gets dropped, you get it. If you cannot equip it, you can utilize it. It will be added to your Transmog collection. Class-specific appearances are an exception and will still be collectible only by that specific class. It's important to note that these changes only affect your ability to collect appearances. Existing rules on which characters can use any given appearance are not changing. For example, a priest getting a plate helm will not unlock the appearance for your priest. It'll unlock it for any other character that is a plate wearer. You can view appearances on any character of any class or race within the appearances UI as well, which you guys are still able to get from the appearances tab here. You have your class-specific sets, and of course you have all specific items, and you'll be able to filter them in any sort of way that you want to filter. But the coolest thing about this is the fact that we're able to, let's say I'm on my Warlock, a cool plate helm drops, and I'm like, huh, I got a warrior, he might look cool in that. So I have the item, instead of vendoring it for absolutely nothing, I'll also get that item collected into my appearances tab, my transmog capabilities. Now, of course, my warlock won't be able to transmog into plate. However, I can go on my warrior and now use that. It's something that I might not have had the opportunity to do so. And where this comes key is for those of you that are doing transmogged adventure runs and completing old raids, and you get loot from like other, if you're a cloth wearer, you get a leather piece, mail piece, a plate piece, so on and so forth. And you're like, that's kind of a waste. I'm just gonna vendor it for like that 1 or 2 gold that it's worth. But no, it's actually gonna be useful because you'll collect the appearance. So that is another thing that is coming with the warbands, is the fact that this appearance and transmog stuff is very, very more versatile and very, very more account wide. Like I said at the start, we're covering everything. And what is account wide warband without warband wide reputation? When you have a warband reputation, any progress made on one character will be shared with all of your other characters. Once a rep is converted to warband wide, rep progress will display as the furthest any character on your account has it. For example, let's say I was renown 25 on this warlock. I logged in onto a character that was renown 10. Once it becomes warbound or warband wide, it's basically going to make everything at the level 25 max rank. Several reputations will not be converted for various reasons at this moment, like the Winter Pelt Furbolg and the Glimmerrock Racer. Those are more character specific. It is more of the renown type reps or the versatile and universal type reps. Additionally, converting reps in previous expansions will also take some time, so a lot of like classic Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and all that type of stuff will not be converted as of yet. The only reps really being converted at the moment are going to be Dragon Isles, as well as the brand new War Within renown reps. Alright, let's go ahead and check out my rep tab. It is a lot cleaner and a lot better looking, if I'm being honest with you. You will be able to differentiate between character, warband, or all reps, and you can also show legacy reps. But you know what, let's toggle those on, because guess what? You can always minimize the tabs, and I'm just someone that likes to farm old things very frequently as well. So we have the other rep, which is the Keglegs crew. For those of you that don't remember that event that came out, with the Keglegs crew, as you guys can see, it does title it as a warband reputation, and I have it at renown 40, which is max. You can still click to show as experience, move to inactive, so on and so forth. But the fact that it is a warband rep means all of my characters on my account have it. So that's how you're going to be able to differentiate between warband or not. And most of these blue reps are going to be warband reputations. Don't know where all of my reps have gone, by the way. A lot of them are hidden. And I don't know why. However, I have looked on the forums, and it is bugged. But the fact that we're able to see and kind of witness what this is, it still works. And then, of course, the Glimmerog and the Winterpelt, these are green specific reps, and you're not going to be able to see the warband tag on them, meaning they are not account wide, they're more character specific. Alright, we're going to stay here for this next part. Achieving greatness. With warbands, all achievements are now considered warband. A total warband achievement score will be tracked and displayed, and this score will be the sum of all account-wide achievements plus the points earned from character-specific achievements completed on any character. Many achievements have become account-wide. Basically, almost all of them are account-bound or war-bound now, and there's a very few exceptions, and it's almost impossible to find the ones that aren't. In addition, any achievements that would not benefit from shared progression across characters, such as Memories of Teldrassil, will be left character-specific, so you can see what cool things you have done on specific characters. This will not impact your achievement score, by the way. So if you are going on one character and it has like multiple tasks for you to do, you'll be able to see it from that character's point of view. However, once the achievement is earned, it'll still be warband and all of your characters will have it. Most of the rewards granted by achievements are also warband wide, so in many cases, like toys, mounts, and all that type of stuff, they were account wide types of things anyways, so you don't really have to worry about that. And the primary exception to warband wide rewards is those basically intrinsically per character, such as like a Dreaming of Worms. So that's kind of like a currency type thing. But then eventually it just becomes warband anyway, so yeah. as you guys can see, Warband achievement points, I have 27,710. That was already a thing, and there's not much of a difference from how it was before to now, except let's go, for example, the Trading Post Enthusiast. It's earned by my Warband. You'll be able to go through, and it'll also show if it's not like an account-wide achievement. I hit level 70 on FTWitachi. It was completed by this character. However, it's also earned by my Warband. So almost all achievements are earned by your Warband, and you'll also have a Warband total on top. However, not much has changed except for the fact that almost all achievements are now Warbandable. And the last thing to kind of cover is currencies. I mean, what is Warband without currency as well being account-wide? So we started with the new Warband character selection screen. We then moved into the Warband bank. We have that brand new Warband until equipped gear. You also have the brand new additions to Transmogs being universal. You'll also have that Warband wide reputation. You'll also have the achievements being Warband wide as well. And like I said, last but not least, currency. So this basically states almost everything is now as account-wide as it could be at this moment in time. To help avoid confusion though, overspending the wrong currency on the wrong character, the currency is not fully Warband-wide. Instead, it can be transferred between individual characters in your Warband. So instead of relying on buying a unique item and mailing it to an alt, you can directly transfer any shareable currency from other characters to the one that you're currently playing on in order to spend that currency. And I'll go ahead and show you how the transfer currency works in just a bit. Currency is intended to purchase Warband-wide items, such as cosmetics, pets, mounts, items that are usually transferable, as well as now Warband-wide. Those are the types of currencies that will be allowed to be transferred. In cases where a currency is earned on a character with the intent that the character will be primarily user of the currency, but an excess needs to be moved to an alternate character, there will be a slight loss in the transfer as well, specifically other currencies where the value loss was accomplished via an item purchase. For example, your Cosmic Flux from Shadowlands. You used to be able to purchase or use your overused Cosmic Flux on one character. You used to be able to buy at a loss of cost to transfer an item to your alt for them to have the currency. So that's still technically in play, behind the scenes. Adjustments will be made to older currencies as well over time, just like current reps, and Warband transfer will be enabled on where they are appropriate. So not everything is transferable yet, so stay tuned, it will come. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. So let's go ahead and head on over to our currency tab. Very similar to the reputation tab, very, very nice, clean look to it. So let's take, for example, Dragon Isle Supplies. It says it's Warband transferable, and it has this little Warband transferable icon when I hover over it. So if I click on that, you can still do the unused and the show on backpack options. That hasn't changed, but you'll have a transfer tab that you can click, and you'll be able to transfer from any of these characters to me. Amount that I want to transfer, and boom, bada bing, I collect all of the Dragon Isle supplies. However, I don't need to transfer them because I have no reason to spend them because I have everything from it. But that is to show you that they're transferable. Now, for example, aspect of the Awakened Crest, that's an item that is not going to be transferable. You'll also have a transfer log to kind of see all of your history and where have things gone. But overall, very, very cool. And there's a brand new Legacy tab down here that shows all the Legacy currencies. And for example, like the Mist of Pandaria, you have Timeless Coins. If you hover over that, Warband transferable. Lesser Charms, not so much, because those are more character specific. But hey, very, very cool. Loving the looks of these new tabs. And who doesn't like more account-wide stuff? Also forgot to mention something. There's now shared flight points, and also kind of a shared map thing, which I'll go over in a second. But flight points are now also account-wide. For standard flight points you have yet to learn, you'll only have to collect these on one character. So once you have collected a flight point on one character, all of these flight points will be collected on all characters on your account. But there's also something else that you can get as well, which is kind of a cool toy, which is the last thing we're going to go over, is the map exploration. For those who may not be as interested as re-exploring every map on all your characters, they're adding the Warband map to everywhere all at once toy that will reveal all maps of regions fully explored by a member of your Warband. Have 2 max level characters and this map can be yours. So the Warband map to everywhere all at once. Do I have access to that? Warband map. Oh shit, yes I do, and using that gives me access to every freaking unlockable thing on my maps that I've ever explored in my freaking history of life, and I'm setting that at favorite because that is possibly the coolest thing that has come from the Warband as well. And that just about covers everything for Warbands. So thank you all very much for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And I'll catch you guys next time.